welcome to episode 2, where we left off just from episode 1 with our prison. We just finished with building a holding cell. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to build a shower, because hygiene is important to everyone, and it is important to me as well and my prisoners. Let's pause the prison because we don't obviously need to run it right now. We don't need to go over to day 3 or do anything. And let's go back to the planning tool that we introduced in the first episode. Now, where do we want our shower to be? It should be pretty openly accessible from every side. Prisoners should be able to get in there at any time, and they shouldn't have to walk too long to get there. So currently, since we're going to be utilizing most of the right half of the prison, we're not going to be moving too much on the left side because it's way too big. Let's just put it diagonally on the top left of the holding cell, and let's make it a 10 by 10. Yeah, that seems like a good size. Let's go to the materials tab, just make a concrete wall around it, and then we'll just demolish parts of it afterwards, such as this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This doesn't look like a 10 by 10. Oh well, whatever. It still looks good. That's my OCD kicking in or something, but yeah. Right, now this is a shower cell, or a shower area. What do we need? What's in a shower? We need something like a drain, right? We need a shower head as well, and we need a water supply. So let's first have our workmen build the stuff and then make it a room. Well, actually, let's make it a room right away. Let's see, where is our shower? I'm so bad at finding things here. Alright, here we go. The color coordination in here is just way off. I don't know what... I believe it made a lot of sense before. It doesn't make any sense right now anymore. Alright, so let's have our workmen build everything and resume the game. Alright, they're going to come over and build our concrete wall. Kind of pretty. Yeah, looks good. If only they could remove this stuff here. Right, let's hover over the shower area. It's just going to say tell us that it's missing a shower head, which, yeah, I mean, it's a shower or a shower room, or bathroom maybe, but there's no shower head. So let's pause the game, go to the objects tab, and like we said in episode 1, things are going to be highlighted, and just giving you a suggestion of things that you're probably going to need for this room. So it says a shower head and a drain. So let's put the drain first. The thing is with this drain is, let's go over to planning actually, just so we don't waste the money. There, choose the objects tab. Thing is with the drain, you don't want to set it up here or maybe out here or there or there, because that's just not going to work. The area is just going to flood everywhere. Now, I don't really know what the flooding does right now. Maybe it's going to actually impact the game later on if they're going to add this. But as it is currently, it's not going to do anything except just flood everything for a second and then go back. But this is actually not the way you want to do it. How you want to set up your drains are exactly on the pathway. So what I'm doing right now is I'm right-clicking and selecting an area to remove it. So for me, because it's a Mac, I'm double-click and then, or 2-finger-click and then just dragging it around to remove it. And that's our planning being removed. Now, what you can do is you can buy 3 drains and put them here, and that's going to be okay for this top part. Buy 4 drains here, 3 drains here, 4 drains here. And that's going to work. It's just going to flood inside, but okay, it's a shower, so that's okay. It's not going to matter much. And the outside is going to be fine. But if we're strapped on money, that's wasting 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and then 2 on each side. We don't want that. So I don't know how much it costs right now, but we can just do it like this. If we set up our drains like that, it's going to be perfect. The water won't get out, and it's just going to stay in there. And next, let's think of how we want to put our shower heads. Because in the future, if too many prisoners come into the shower, we're going to have issues. So we want to think. We want our guards to possibly patrol the area inside. Now this is kind of a little bit of spoiling it if you think, or maybe say whatever, because we don't have the deployment tab here unlocked yet. But since I've already played the game, and let me just go with it. So I'm thinking I have guards and I have a lot of prisoners coming into the shower later on. So because I don't want my guard to get wet, just because I don't know, it doesn't really have an effect, but it's just how I like it. I'll put my shower heads one away from the shower, from this room, and just put it like that. Maybe put some here, and then because my OCD is gonna kick in, I won't put anything in the middle, just on the side here. Or I could put it like that. That's actually pretty as well. Hey, that looks nice. Alright, let's go to the Objects tab, and like we said before, the drain and shower head are now highlighted, which they were before as well. So let's set our drain. We're going to put them up here, there on the side, down there, and on the right side, and then our shower heads just here, 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 and that's it. Now, even if this is a shower, this thing can still catch fire and still burn down. I've had it happen. I don't know how it's possible because there's so much water. I mean, in a way it makes sense because it's not sprinklers. They're not going to automatically turn on. So out of safety precaution, let's just put some sprinklers in there as well. Now in the very beginning of the game, you don't really need to put the sprinklers in, but this is just me being really cautious and just thinking in advance. Let's close that with escape and then continue the game with the highest speed possible. And our workers will be starting to do stuff once the car comes in, which I hope is soon. Oh, they already had their stuff lying around, I suppose. Right, they're doing everything. And this is actually a good thing. This is a good example of us having forgotten something. It's blinking with a water sign or a drop sign, which means we forgot something. We forgot to actually supply our shower and our sprinkler with water. Let's go over to the Utilities tab, and because these small pipes are never going to reach there, let's put a large pipe up here and then supply those. Do that like this, like that. And then connect it here. So as they're building this, let's just watch them. It's going to be real quick because we have so many workers. And the blinking has stopped, indicating that we have connected everything to a water supply, a functioning water supply. Now we have ticked off our build a shower. We've also thought of in advance of a lot of prisoners possibly entering the shower, because there is going to be an issue with prisoners being in here. Is a shower is always a bottleneck area, meaning that if you have more than 20 prisoners trying to get in through a single door, they might start pushing or shoving each other, and which kind of turns into riot later on. At first they just start punching each other, but once the first 2 people go unconscious, it's slowly going to start spreading out, and all of a sudden all 20 or whatever is left of your 20 prisoners, whoever isn't unconscious yet, are going to start fighting each other and possibly killing each other, at which point hopefully guards will intervene if they're close enough. Now if you're thinking in advance and you have deployment, enabled already by our warden. You can set up patrols here. So during shower times, they will patrol the area and they will take care of those things right away. But that's going too far already into it. So let's just call it quits here. And that is our shower scene.